Hello everybody, once again this is Dave with Blue Bears Games. In this video we're going to be doing an unboxing. This one has a special reason for it. I have no idea, my memory is so bad right now, I don't even remember what's in this set. So we're going to be doing, I know one card that's in the set that I'm trying to hope to pull. Obviously it's in the mythic slot, so good luck to me. So this episode is all about Rivals of Ixalan, and the reason for that is I want to open one specific card, and I'll explain that as I go ahead and open this. So what I'm looking for is Elenda, and the reason why is because recently the Commander Committee updated a rule for commanders that allow triggers to happen when your commander dies, and I don't want Elenda as the commander. I would like her as one of the 99 for Edgar. And I happen to actually make a trade this week for an Edgar Markov so I can make my vampire tribal deck that I wanted to make a while ago. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a Rivals of Ixalan. I don't remember what else is in here. Anything else is a bonus if I find anything good. And I don't know when I'm going to actually have this video up, just because I have so much down the pike coming up that I'm not sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and open packs because that's what I like to do, and that's what I like to do on this channel. And see if I can't come across some money cards along the way. You never know. So, let me zoom in here. And we're going to, again, like I do in all the other ones, just rifle past some of the commons. Put them to the side. Go to the uncommons, Hornswoggle, Shake the Foundation, Cacophodon. And the first thing we pull is a mythic. Is Zakama. And this is 1 white, 1 green, 1 red, 6 generic for a 9/9 Elder Dinosaur with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control, and then it has 3 abilities. For each red and 2 generic you can pump into it, it deals 3 damage to target creature. For each green and 2 generic, destroy target artifact or enchantment. And for each white and 2 of any, you gain 3 life. So, not bad to start with. It wasn't, what I was looking for, but again, I don't remember what is in here. So, let's go ahead and just keep on opening. I mean, it's not bad to get a mythic on your first one. Most of the time, the mythics are worth it. Sometimes they're not. Alright, so the uncommons. Alright, my rare is a Tomb Robber. 30 cast. 1/1 with Menace, discard a 2 and discard a card. It explores. Trash. Alright. Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me. It's been a while since I opened the Rivals of Ixalan. I don't even know if I've made an actual video with the Rivals of Ixalan box yet, because I think I started doing it after this was already out. I can't remember, but let's take a look. Alright, Enter the Unknown. Skymarch Aspirant. It's actually not a bad one, especially if I'm making vampires. Crested Herdcaller. And my rare is what is this? Itali Primal Storm. 2 red and 4 for a 6/6 Elder Dinosaur. That's 2 dinosaurs. I know that this is the set for dinosaurs. I know that. When it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. They may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. And then a foil. Foil is Mausoleum Harpy. Alright. I also recently found my Omnath deck that I was making a couple years ago. I forgot where I put it. I'm glad I found it. It had some really good stuff in there. I posted it up on the Facebook page what I found, and I'm thinking of going Dinosaur Tribal with mono green with it. But we shall see. Oh, perfect. So, exactly the card I was looking to pull. Alright, so this is what I was actually looking to get. It is Elenda, the Dusk Rose. She is a black, a white, 2 of any for a 1/1. She's a vampire knight with lifelink. She says, whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Elenda. And when Elenda dies, create X/1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is Elenda's power. So, I got, for once, I actually got what I was looking for out of a box. Who'd have thunk it? Alright, what do we got here? Magic the Gathering, skin packs available for Minecraft. Alright. Alright, well, that's nothing. So, box totally worth it, even if it isn't worth it. I mean, I only paid like 80 bucks for the box, so. Alright, let's see. So, right off the bat, this box is paying off dividends. Alright, Stormfleet, Pride of Conquerors, Oathsworn Vampire. Alright, Dire Fleet, Daredevil, 1/1 for a 2/1 first striker. When it enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard, and you may cast that card this turn, and you may spend mana as though or any mana of any type. If that card would be put into a graveyard, exile it. Okay. Alright, so next. I guess I can relax on the rest of the box, considering my two mythics right off the bat were pretty good, actually. So, Riverwise Augur, Reaver Ambush, and Raging Regisaur. Alright, Seafloor Oracle. 2 blue, 2 generic, 2/3 for a Merfolk Wizard. Whenever a Merfolk you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. You know, I am a Merfolk player, and at some point in time, I guarantee you I will make a Merfolk deck. There's many ways to go about doing so, but the problem is that I already have so much when it comes to blue going on that I just don't know if I'll be able to fit it in. I have used so many of my blue cards. I'm running out of things that I like to use in Commander. Alright, Flood of Recollection, Jungle Creeper, and Majestic. Alright, my next mythic, that's 3 mythics already. Rekindling Phoenix, 2 red, 2 generic for a 4/3 flyer. When it dies, create an 0/1 red elemental creature token with, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature and return target card named Rekindling Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gains haste. So, that's 3 mythics, and I'm only on the first row from the box. Maybe I got a god box, who knows. Maybe I'll have every single one of the mythics after this box. Alright. Let's see here. Forerunner of the Legion, Cherished Hatchling, and Arterial Flow. The rare is Sphinx's Decree for 1 white, 1 of any. Each opponent can't cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. I can't believe I got the Elenda right off the bat, like right off the rip. Next. And I'm trying to look at some of the stuff in here as I go and remember what they were, just so that I can, because I'm going to do Edgar. I just, you know, I haven't figured out what cards I'm going to do. Alright, the rare here is Deeproot Elite, 1 green, 1 white for a 1/1 Merfolk Warrior. When another Merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target Merfolk you control. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I do like my Merfolk. I actually, for the longest time, when I did actually play Modern, my deck was a foiled out version of Fish, which is all Merfolk tribal. Let's see, Thunder, Herd Migration, Aquatic Incursion, and Golden Demise. Another dinosaur, the elder one. This is the black one. Tetzimok, Primal Death, 2 black, 4 generic for a 6/6 elder dinosaur with Death Touch. For a black, and reveal Tetzimok, Primal Death from your hand. Put a prey counter on target creature and activate this ability only during your turn. And when he enters the battlefield, destroy each creature you control with a prey counter on it. Alright, next. Yeah, it's been I don't think I actually did a Rivals of Ixalan box in any of the videos. I think these came out well before. Not well before, but I think it was one of the last sets before I started doing this. Stormfleet Swashbuckler, Riverwise Augur, and Resplendent Griffin. This is a good card. Tender Shoot Dryad. I actually have this in my Fungus deck. The Slimefoot. He is a 1 to cast, 4 generic, 2/2 Dryad with Ascend, and Ascend is if you have 10 or more permanents, you gain the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green Sapperling token, and Sapperlings you control get +2/+2 as long as you have the City's Blessing. Money card there. And the foil, Shake the Foundations. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the value's here in this box. Just from the Elenda alone, since she shot up from the new commander rule. And I don't even want her for a commander. I want her for commander, but not as a commander. Cherished Hatchling, Relentless Raptor, and Shake the Foundations are the uncommons, and Protein Raider, 1 red, 1 white, 1 generic, 2/2 Shapeshifter Pirate. With raid, if you attacked with a creature this turn, you may have Protean Rider enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. And a foil Hunt the Weak. Alright. Next. Alright. The uncommons were Slippery Scoundrel, Stormfleet Swashbuckler, and Dead-Eye Brawler. The rare is Silverclad Ferocidons. It's 2 red, 5 generic for an 8/5 dinosaur. With enrage, and enrage is whenever Silverclad Ferocidon is dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. And a foil Divine Verdict. Next. Alright. And nothing, because they're commons. Alright. That's a good one right there. The uncommon is Curious Obsession, Dead-Eye Brawler, and Famished Paladin. The rare is Nizahal Primal Tide. 2 blue, 5 generic for a 7/7 Elder Dinosaur. It can't be countered. You have no maximum hand size, and whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. And discard 3 cards, exile Nizal, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. I think I've gotten every single Elder Dinosaur in the set. Alright, rifle through the commons. Alright, Blazing Hope, Charging Tuscadon, and Arterial Flow are the uncommons. This is a good one. Wayward Swordtooth, this is a really good one actually. It's 2 generic, 1 green for a 5/5 dinosaur with Ascend. And you may play an additional land on each of your turns, and it can't attack or block unless you have the City's Blessing. It's a good money card right there. I actually think that if I do Omnath in Dinosaur Tribal, I might do like a split of Dinosaur Tribal with like lands kind of matter. And that's obviously an auto include if I do that. Worth a couple bucks too. Yeah, this box is actually, you know, as far as boxes go, I've had some stinkers. This one's actually turning out to be pretty good. Alright, uncommons are Edzokian Seer, Blightland Highland Lake, and Siren Reaver. And the rare is Paladin of Atonement. So it's a vampire, so I have to look at this. 1 white, 1 generic for a 1/1 Vampire Knight. At the beginning of each upkeep, if you lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And when it dies, you gain life equal to its toughness. So I have to look at that for Edgar. It's going to be tough because, you know, vampires are in all 3 colors, red, white, and black. And with that being said, there are a bunch of them that could be. I mean, obviously black has more than all the rest. But some of the white ones specifically from Ixalan itself were pretty good. Especially in the uncommon slot. Alright, the uncommons were Imperial Ceratops, Relentless Raptor, and Shake the Foundations. The rare is Dire Fleet Poisoner. 1 black, 1 generic for a 2/2 human pirate with flash and death touch. And when it enters the battlefield, target attacking pirate you control gets +1/+1 and death touch until end of turn. Oh, didn't realize there was going to be a foil in here. And a foil Snubhorn Sentry. Haven't gotten the rare yet, or the mythic, whatever, as far as the foil. I don't think I really care what it's going to be. I don't think there's anything in here that can make me happier. I mean, obviously if it was a foil Elenda, that would be amazing, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. It can't be that good of a box, right? Alright, uncommons are Foul Orchard. This is a good one. This is definitely going in there. So 1 black, 2 of any for a 2/2 Vampire Soldier. As an additional cost to cast this guy, reveal a vampire from your hand or pay 1, and it's a 2/2 flying lifelinker. So that's definitely going in. And a Dire Fleet Backbreaker. Interesting. That was weird. So the rare slot normally was taken up by garbage, and then the actual rare is an Azor's a mythic, Azor's Gateway. It's a 2 to cast legendary artifact. Pay 1, tap it, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand. If cards with 5 or more different converter mana costs are exiled with Azor's Gateway, you gain 5 life. Untap it and transform it, and it turns into Sanctum of the Sun. You can tap it to add X mana of any one color to mana pool, where X is your life total. So, not, where I want to be as far as my mythics. I don't have an actual use for that yet. Weird. So no land in this deck, or no basic land in this pack. They were shuffled around. That was weird. I wonder if the rest of the box, because of that, will be like this. Alright. No basic land and all that crap. That's a weird pack. Alright. Up next. Alright. Merfolk Mistbinder. Again, I love Merfolk. It's the blue-green Merfolk Lord. Swift Warden and Resplendent Griffin. The rare is Mastermind's Acquisition, 2 black, 2 generic for sorcery, and you get to choose either search your library for a card, put it in your hand, or choose a card from outside the game. In Commander, you can't do that, unfortunately, so that does nothing for me as far as deck building goes. I mean, essentially, it ends up being just a Diabolic Tutor instead of a usable card. An uncommon. Alright. Uncommons in this pack are Enter the Unknown, Siren Reaver, and Needletooth Raptor, and I got a repeat. My rare here is Nizal, Primal Tide, which I read to you not even 3 packs ago or something like that. And as far as repeats go, it's not a horrible one. Would have been nice if it was, a Tender Shoot or something like that, but I'll take it. Alright, this pack's uncommons are Reckless Rage. Oops, sorry. Legion Lieutenant, that's a good one. And the reason why that's a good one is because I don't have a lot of these. And I need something to go into my tribal, and obviously that's going to be one of them. And Baffling End, and the rare is Form of the Dinosaur, 2 red, 4 generic for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, your life total becomes 15. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dinosaur deals 15 damage to start creature and opponent controls, and that creature deals damage equal to its power to you. Not really that great. I don't see any use out of that. Specifically, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Alright. So, commons. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. Another Merfolk Mistbinder for the uncommon. Silver Gold. Okay, so for this one, I want to actually say something. For Silver Gill Adept, I actually have these in my fish deck for Modern. I no longer play it, so I'm going to take it apart, but I always was looking for these. I specifically want these in foil. It's a 2 to cast, 2/1. As an additional cost to cast them, you have to reveal a Merfolk or pay 3, and when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. It's a good card. Ravenous Chupacabra is another one. My foil is a mythic. Interesting, again, the way that the pack ended up. Alright, so my foil is a mythic Rekindling Phoenix. It's actually rather dark. I'm not upset about the fact that it was a mythic. I wish it was a better one. There's not, I mean, when this was in standard, it was a good one, but it's kind of dark if you ask me. Anyway, so that, and then the rare is Path to Metal, 1 red, 1 white, legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature that doesn't have either First Strike, Double Strike, Vigilance, or Haste, and when you attack with at least 2 creatures with those abilities, transform Path of Metal into Metzali, Tower of Triumph, where you can tap it to add a mana of any color, pay a red and a white and tap it. It deals 2 damage to each opponent, or a white and 2 and tap it and choose a creature at random that attacked this turn and destroy that creature. So that's the money pack, or what it was supposed to be. I'm not sure what the value of Rekindling Phoenix is now, since it's not in standard anymore. But it's not a bad pull. I mean, I could have asked for that earlier when I actually bought the boxes and pulled it and then tried to sell it, but you know. So that's the foil get. It was a mythic. It was just the wrong mythic. If it was Elenda, I'd have been jumping up and down and dancing on the fucking screen right now. Let's see. Alright, uncommons: Forsaken Sanctuary, Strength of the Pact, and Storm Fleet. And this is what I was hoping to get, actually, if I do Dinosaur Tribal with Omnath. Ghalta, the Primal Hunger, is 2 green, 10 of any generic. For a 12/12 Elder Dinosaur, it costs X less to cast, or X is total power of creatures you control, and it has Trample. That was a great pull. I wish that was the foil. So yeah, I think I pulled every single Elder Dinosaur from this box. Alright, the uncommons start off with Flood of Recollection, Oathsworn Vampire, and Thrashing Brontodon. The rare is Dead Man's Chest. For 1 black, 1 generic, enchant creature and opponent's controls. When the creature dies, exile a card from the equal to its power from the top of its owner's library. You may cast all-in cards from among them for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were any mana of any type to cast it. That's a mouthful. Alright, next pack. I'm only 2/3 of the way through the box on this pack. There's a lot of stuff in here. Alright, pass through these. Evolving Wilds. Alright. Uncommons start with Woodland Stream, Imperial Ceratops, and Needletooth Raptor, and the rare is Induced Amnesia. 1 blue, 2 generic. Enchantment: when Induced Amnesia enters the battlefield, target player exiles all cards from his or her hand face down, then draws that many cards. When Induced Amnesia is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand. Yeah, that could actually be not horrible in the Kusar. Alright, commons. Alright. We start the uncommons in this pack with the Hornswoggle, a Pitiless Plunderer. It's pretty good for monetary and for good play value. Radiant Destiny, 1 white, 2 generic for an enchantment with Ascend, and as it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1, and as long as you have the City's Blessing, they also have Vigilance. The foil is a mountain. Kind of need foil islands, naturally. I always do need foil islands, and I never get them out of my packs. I always have to trade for them. Next pack. Alright. Uncommons start with Sea Red, Daring Buccaneer, and Golden Demise. Yeah, that's so weird that these packs are doing that. The rare is Journey to Eternity. It's a black, a green, and 1 of any. It's a legendary enchantment. Aura, enchant a creature you control, and when it dies, return it to the battlefield. When the creature dies, return it to the battlefield under control, then return Journey of Eternity to the battlefield, flipped into Atzal, Cave of Eternity. It taps to add a mana of any color to your mana pool, or for a black, a green, and 3 of any. Tap it, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright, next pack. Go through the commons. Stone Quarry, Everdawn Champion, and Forerunner of the Coalition. The rare is Released to the Wind. 1 blue, 2 of any for an instant. Exile target non permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it without paying its mana cost. Not really a big fan of that card. I don't know why that's even a rare. I guess they had to put some crappy crap stuff in to make you buy more packs. Thunder Herd Migration, Slippery Scoundrel, and Pirate's Pillage. And the rare is Awakened Amalgam. For the cast, Star Golem. Its Power and toughness are equal to the number of different named lands you control. Foil is a forerunner of the Heralds. And next pack. We're almost done here, guys and gals, and everything in between. Alright. Woodland Stream, Forerunner of the Heralds, which we just got in a foil. Pride of the Conquerors. Alright. The mythic is Huatli. I screwed that up. I like to keep them all separated. Huatli, Radiant Champion, 1 white, 1 green, 2 of any. Huatli Planeswalker with 3 loyalty when it enters. Its +1 loyalty is put a loyalty counter on it for each creature you control. Its -1 is target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. And its ultimate is -8. You get an emblem with whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. I don't know what the other Planeswalkers were. I believe that will be the last mythic out of this box. We had so many in the beginning that I can't imagine that there's going to be any more. Alright. Relentless Raptor, Thrashing Brontodon, Raging Regisaur. The rare is Paladin of Atonement. I believe we got this earlier. So that's a repeat. Legion Conquistador, I like using them outside of Commander. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in Commander. Alright, Stone Quarry, Aquatic Incursion, and Charging Tuscadon are the uncommons. And Hadama's Climb is the rare. It's a blue, a green, and 1. It's a legendary enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if that creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, flip it, or transform it, if you will. Taps to add a mana of any color, and then for a green, a white, or I'm sorry, a green, a blue, and 1 of any, target creature you control gains flying and gets +X until end of turn, where X is its power. Alright, get past the commons here. First uncommon is Atzokin Seer, Pirate's Pillage, and Crested Herd Caller. The rare is Tilanali's Summoner. 1 red, 1 generic for a 1/1 human shaman with Ascend, and when it attacks you may pay a red and X. If you do, create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. At the beginning of the next end step, exile those tokens unless you have the City's Blessing. And I'm trying to get through this. It looks like we're having a storm come up, so I'm going to lose a lot of light. Jungle Creeper, Fell Orchard, and Dire Fleet Neckbreaker. The rare is Kumina's Awakening, 2 blue, 2 generic, with Ascend, and at the beginning of each of your upkeep, each player draws a card, and if you have the City's Blessing, only you draw an extra card. Let's go through. Alright. Thundering Migration is the first uncommon. Forerunner of the Coalition and Swift Warden. The rare is Captain's Hook. 3 to cast artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Has menace and is a pirate in addition to its other types. Whenever Captain's Hook becomes unattached from a permanent, destroy that permanent. Not a very good rare. I gotta be honest with you. That's kind of crap. Last pack. Alright, so for the last pack, what do we get? Give me a surprise. Give me something good. Give me a real good surprise here. Alright, Forerunner of the Legion. Ravenous Chupacabra and Silvergill Adept. Oh, that's a good one. I'm actually not upset about that one. Bishop of Binding. 1 white, 3 generic for a 1/1 vampire. When Bishop of Binding enters the battlefield, exile excuse me, exile target creature an opponent controls until Bishop of Binding leaves the battlefield. Whenever Bishop of Binding attacks, Target vampire gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the power of the exiled card. And that was it. Alright, so as far as the box, I'm extremely happy with it. I mean, that's good right there. We got a Huatli. I don't know if that has monetary value. I don't need it for anything, but got a 4 Rekindling Phoenix. Can't really complain about that. Got a Wayward Sword Tooth. Got a Tender Shoot coming up here. I mean, Elder Dinosaurs are always good. I got another Rekindling Phoenix. And then the big get for me would be these two. So, I mean, it could have been way worse. These are my two big gets as far as my usability and what I like. Elenda, the Dusk Rose, is really good to get right now, especially with all the changes. There were no lands in this set that were really worth anything at all, if there were any lands. But I mean, I guess you can't really complain about this. So obviously, I told you I was looking to get some mythics. I got a couple that I wanted, got a couple I didn't want. So, all right, so that was Crackin Packs there, guys. Crackin Packs, Rivals of Ixalan. Again, I don't know when this will actually be up, but when it does come up, you guys will get a chance to take a look at it. I ask you to do me the favor every time when you get to the end of a video. Please go ahead and do the like, subscribe, and share bit. I ask you to do that every time. I'll ask you again and again. If you have any questions or comments or even any suggestions, comment in the section below. Please be positive. If you're not going to be positive and you have something negative to say, go over to the Facebook page and send me a message directly. You don't need to make that stuff public. I know that the world right now is kind of in chaos, so be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. I believe that they're opening up most of the stuff in at least New Jersey, where I'm at. We're opening up, but we still have some issues with, you know, the COVID, and then we've got the riots going on. So, like I said, just be safe out there, be smart, don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble. And that should be it for now. Again, I'm Dave with Blue Bears Games, signing off. Have a good one.